Hey guys, welcome back to another fun-filled episode of Slimefun. This is your host Boomer, and today we are talking spawners. Something that runs this game, I think, more than most people are willing to admit is the ability to get spawners, especially on multiplayer servers, and especially those that pay to win. So in Slimefun, the nice thing is none of that matters. Here, you have the ability to harvest, create, make, build, pick up, move spawners as you want. When I was on my last trip of the Nether, I had formed a pickaxe of containment. This allows you to pick up spawners, and it's a relatively easy tool to craft. And I'll show you that here just in a quick second. But let's just go to the pickaxe of containment. Where is that? It's probably at the very end. There it is. Real easy. 3 ferrosilicon and 2 gilded iron in the magic workbench. And if you don't mend it or repair it, it looks like you can pick up 125 spawners. I picked up 2. I lost 4 durability. So my last trip into the Nether, in my fortress in the Nether, I found 2 blaze spawners and I picked them up. So now they're broken. If I try to place them down, they won't even place. In order to do that, you have to repair them first. And then you've got to, I guess, for lack of a better term, reinforce them in the ancient altar. So to repair a spawner is not cheap, right? So let's look at, we need a reinforced spawner. This is what we've got to get to. So we have a broken spawner, and we're going to use the ancient altar to fix it. We need to get 4 flasks of knowledge, 2 essence of afterlife, and 2 ender runes. So to make an ender rune, you need a blank rune, a bunch of ender pearls, eyes of ender, and ender lumps. Luckily for us, we now have an ender pearl tree, so we can get all this, or plant, so we can get all that easy. So those 2 are the easy part. The essence of afterlife, 1 of each rune, and another necrotic skull, which means we've got to get us a wither skull. Not once, whoops, go back, not once, but twice. And we need to find this flask of knowledge. So let's really quick look up a flask of knowledge. Relatively easy. 3 magical lump 2s and a glass pane. So of all this that we need to make our reinforced spawners, the only major hurdle that it looks like we're going to have are these Essence of Afterlife, because it's all 4 of the elemental runes and 2 wither skulls. We're going to take our soul jars. So far we've killed 4 wither skeleton and 7 blaze. We're going to take those with us into the Nether. I'll periodically, I'm going to go ahead and record it while I'm there, and I'll periodically jump in just to kind of show you, give you tabs and updates on where we're at. Hopefully we're going to kill a lot of wither skulls, get closer to getting those 128, because here's what we want to do. Whoops, where did I put the other soul jar? I have a soul jar that has 128 skeletons. Did I put it in the other? I bet you I put it in the other room. There it is. So on my skeleton grinder, it didn't take long. We killed 128. Just one little thing I've noticed. On 2 of the 3 mobs, the first time I killed it, the soul jar was pulled out of my inventory for some strange reason. When I killed the skeleton one, it pulled it right into the hopper catch system. Luckily, the dispenser didn't shoot it out behind the wall. The wither skeleton one stayed in my inventory. The blaze came out. So I'm not quite sure what that's about. As long as you're, and it was just tossed right in front of me. So it wasn't that big of a deal. I was able to recoup them. But we're going to go in and start fighting withers. So we need to get 2 more skulls. And like I said, hopefully we'll capture a lot of souls while we're there. I think we're going to hit the jackpot right out of the gate. No skull, but we got another soul. Well, where are we at so far? We're at 22 blaze, 20 withers, and still no heads. And I've got a magma in a way. I'm hoping the wither skeleton is from the root biome here. Let's see. Come on. Come on, be my first head, would you please? Ah. When in the wild nature of the nether, every so often you stumble upon a dark shadow with a glimmering silver object. Slowly you sneak up on him, trying not to startle him, just to gain a perspective advantage. And when the time is right... Ooh, don't... Oh! Biff! He's mad. Well, darn it, I didn't realize that wall wasn't there. Maybe we go down and get him. What do you think? Can we take this wall straight down? There he is. Now we still snuck up on him. Did we get ahead? No. Just another soul. Man, we just stumbled upon 4 wither skeletons at once. We got the first one. He kind of snuck up on me. Here we go. Ah, dang it. I'm going to misjudge that depth just a little bit. Managed to get that first hit in. Alright, I need some food fast. We've had our share of dying in here. We've probably died 3 times, maybe 4. I don't have a single wither skull to show for it yet. Uh-oh, I got a blaze back here. Oh, I got a blaze coming after me. Darn it. That's where it gets funny when it's like 2 or 3. Oh, no. Oh, I didn't get fireball by a blaze. There's a magma cube down there. So guys, I want to give a quick update where we're at. You know, we were running through the nether on this tower back and forth. We've killed 48 blaze, 61 wither. And you don't see any wither skulls. I've killed 61 wither, and I have no wither skulls. And then I'm like, I had one of those brain fart moments when I said, I can't believe I didn't do this. There's something called, you're ready for this? I'm going to show you this one. Sword beheading. And it's meant specifically for wither skeletons. I've been running around the nether literally for 2 hours, killing blades and wither skeletons, trying to get 2 stinking heads, and I forgot the sword beheading, which gives you like a 30 or 40% drop rate. And this is so easy to craft. This is unbelievable easy here. So we're just going to go ahead and craft all these up because we know at some point we're going to use them. There we go, level 2. So we need, whoops. Okay. Alrighty. We're going to take this and we're going to go back in and kick some serious butt. Oh, and of course I haven't unlocked it yet. Do I have enough XP? Yes, good. Oh, I can't believe that. To me, that is just... Oh, I pulled a big noob moment. So guys, we're back in another here. We came in, and on the way in, we've killed a few mobs. We've gotten killed a few times ourselves. And in the process of all that, I've run into one wither skeleton, and he didn't drop his head. Talk about frustrating, right? I mean, the whole purpose of coming in initially was to get 2 of them so that I could repair the spawner for you guys. But then the more I'm thinking about this, I actually need to get up to 128 wither skeletons because I don't need to repair a blaze spawner right away. I've got that double spawner grinder. But I need the XP. I'm sorry, I need the XP. Well, I do, but I need the wither skulls. I need 2 to repair a spawner. But the first one I need to repair isn't blaze. It's wither skeleton. So I still need to get another 66 wither skeletons killed. Which way do we go? We'll go this way. 66 more killed to get my soul jar filled up. And then I need to get out of those extra 66 2 heads. That's all I need is 2 skulls. And I can repair it and set it up in the overworld as a grinder so I can get heads whenever I need them. And for what, oh, there we go, we got one. Okay, now we still don't have a head yet. Be nice. Drop it. Come on. That's not my dog when he's picked up something he's not supposed to. Oh, he didn't drop. Oh, hey, we got another one. Let's just make sure we're not really low. Okay, we're all right. We're going to lure him back in. So I'm 0 for 2 since coming into the nether with a sort of beheading, but almost every other mob has dropped. Except for that one magma cube. No, we just passed. Drop it. There we go. There's one. So guys, we are finally back. It must have taken, I'm going to say, just over 4.5 hours of going to the nether, getting killed occasionally. I think I probably died about 9 or 10 times, and I don't know how I never got, every time I was able to get back and get the soul jar before it died. I still have to go back and work on blades, but we still have these 2 blaze spawners, so this one isn't critical. We'll get this one filled off of the spawners. This is the one. This is the baby we need the most. It's this 128 with a skeleton soul jar, just like the regular skeleton. But this will be the first one we work on. Before we do this, I wanted to just walk through that process again of how we have to build the reinforced spawner. When you first get the soul jar filled, you have to turn it into a spawner first. So let's, for example, we'll just pull up a broken spawner. You need the soul jar filled with 128 skeletons, 4 earth runes, and 4 iron bars. But that gets you a broken spawner. That's the exact same thing as when you pick it up with the pickaxe of containment. Now we've got to turn it into a reinforced spawner in order to place it. And I think I showed this on camera, but just to show you what it costs to make a reinforced spawner, okay? The flask of knowledge we determined was really simple. It's just ender lumps on lumps on a piece of glass. Ender runes, we have a ender plant, so we can make all the ender pearls. We've got blaze power. We can make also if we need to, so we get the eye of ender. Ender lumps are simply eye of ender, so we can do all of that. So that was the easy part. The essence of afterlife is what's going to kick our butts. Necrotic skull. Luckily, we got 11 or 12 wither skulls during our run, so we can make the necrotic skull. It's just going to be making all the different runes. So what we're going to do, we actually have upgraded, as one of my viewers had mentioned, there is a way to to make the ancient altar fully automatable, and that's you have to upgrade it. And so what I did is I've actually done that now. So when we go to the auto ancient altar, it's 6 pedestals, a motor, your ancient altar, and then a medium capacitor. So it's not too expensive because the pedestals themselves aren't much. It's just obsidian, 8-karat gold, and stone. So they're relatively cheap, and you get 4 of them. The capacitor, this is the one downside. It's the redstone alloy ingots. As you know, you need hardened metal, ferrosilicon. So it is a little expensive to craft, but once you've got one, boom, you're set. It does require power. Just to give you an idea, 213.33 joules per second. I'm not quite sure why 213.33. You round that up to get that a whole number, that's 640. I don't know where that comes from either, but we have hooked it into our network, and this is the very first time I've ever used it. So we're going to make a bunch of blank runes just to get us some going to start with here, because I want to show this how this works. So it's 4 stone, 4 magical lump 1, and obsidian. I have enough magical lumps to do 14. You have to put this in here on the left side. So here's a crafting recipe. You have to enable it, or you can just craft it once. If you want it to auto run, you have to enable it. So we're going to put the 14 obsidian in the middle. We need 14 stone in each corner, and we need 14 magical lumps. And look at this. Talk about a major time saver. Oh, is this sweet. You remember how long it took to craft all of that, right? And get that last one through. There we go. That took, what was that? 10 seconds to get 14 of them. To make 14 of them with the old-fashioned way probably would have been 10 minutes at least. So I'm going to harvest. Actually, I need to make a whole lot more soul sand so I can make more nether wart. But I'm going to make a whole ton of those. But we needed to get those because to continue and get our reinforced spawner, we need to get all 4 of these. Now, I have enough, I believe, to make 2 Essence of Afterlife. I need 2 of each. And I'm pretty sure that over here, I have 2 of each left. Yep, so I have 2 fire, 2, 2, and 2. So that we've got. So we can make 2 Essence of Afterlife. We have 2 skulls. I am going to have to get more nether wart to grow. And actually, I put 1 on my wall. So this is our new head wall. We've got 9 different heads so far. But I do have 11 wither skulls. So we'll pull 2 out. We need to get magical lump 3. So I need 4 magical lump 3s. Those I don't think I have any left. Oh, I've only got 10 magical 2s. Alright, so I think what I'm going to have to do is just kind of go off camera, wait for the nether wart to grow, and we'll be right back. So after a lot of extra grinding, a lot of crafting, and a lot of this and that, I think we're finally ready to assemble our spawner. So let's start by fixing the spawner first. So 4 iron bars, 4 earth runes, and our soul jar. Let's just make sure. Okay, that is in the altar. I had a couple earlier moments when I didn't use the right machine. It was a little frustrating. And that's what a lot of people experience, is you just use the wrong machine. And then you wonder why something doesn't work. Or you have the wrong recipe. Alright, now we have our broken wither skeleton spawner. But it still won't work. We got to reinforce it. So to reinforce any spawner, 2 ancient ender runes, which we've got. Those cost a little bit to craft. The Essence of Afterlife was a pain in the butt. The Flask of Knowledge was nothing. It was just ender lumps and glass. So let's put this in. There's those. Our spawner goes in the middle. Our flasks go here. And our Afterlife Essence. And boom! Okay, what's going on? Did I just pull that? Spawner, 4 Flask of Knowledge, Essence of Afterlife, and Ender Run. Essence of Afterlife, Ancient Ender Run. Wait a minute. Hold on. Look at the difference. This Flask of Knowledge is full. These are not. All right. Oh, that's what I don't have the knowledge to understand. We need to go get some XP put in here. I think we're finally ready to try this. We've been crafting and recrafting and building and harvesting and doing everything we needed to do. So let's put this together and let's see what happens if we can get our spawner. It'll be really nice. Yeah, I was testing one other thing before I said this. I've tried actually running this for about an hour. Had all the items, got the same error message. Switched from an auto enchanter to the manual one. And now I keep getting this, use the correct recipe. You can see we've got run, knowledge, essence, knowledge. Run, knowledge, essence, knowledge. When you pull up the recipe, run, knowledge, essence, knowledge. Run, knowledge, essence, knowledge, and a broken spawner. So clearly we have the proper recipe. I actually did record a video in the meantime and sent it in to the dev as a bug report. Let's try something just to confirm, because I did make one other adjustment earlier. Let's try putting it in the auto one just to confirm. I want you guys to be able to see this as well. So we've got 1, 2. We've got 1, 2, broken spawner in the middle. Oops, that's not what I wanted. Why did I do that? We want the flask of knowledge. Turn it on, craft it. So they're both bugged. And we do have power coming over here. We have enough power. It should have crafted. So because this is clearly a bug, we've been able to establish it. I'm going to go ahead and creatively bring in a wither skeleton reinforced spawner to replace this being broken, and we will discard the appropriate items into the fire ahead of time. Give me 1 second. Well, guys, I am so sorry that you did not get to see that magical burst that should have happened and see how the spawner popped up as a wither. There isn't a way to actually spawn in the reinforced spawner as the spawner type, but I can place it and smack it with an egg. So I am going to be building a wither skeleton grinder that will be able to harvest these skulls from, and that's something I'll probably get working to here shortly after I finish this. But we did, like I said, we do have a case open with the devs. Hopefully the guys that created Soul Jars can figure this out relatively quick. I know we are using the latest version of the plugin. I have all of them set to auto update every time, so it's unfortunate. But they are bound to be happening. Now, if somebody out there knows something that I'm completely missing, if there's an extra step that was not in this guide, please tell me. If I'm just made a complete fool of myself, I'm fine that I did that. I just want to know if there was something I didn't do. But as you can clearly see on the video, the recipe was 100% correct, just wouldn't craft. So I went back and I checked the error logs in Slimefun. There's nothing there. There's no server error logs. There's nothing to indicate that should not have worked. So it almost is like the recipe wasn't included in the plugin is what it seems like, but I'm not a coder at heart. I mean, that was what I wanted to do in high school, but my coding, trust me, is 25 years out of date. So anyways, we're going to wrap up here. We're going to get started on building a wither farm. I do thank you guys for taking the time to be with me and watching and going through and learning some of this stuff. Hopefully you've picked up on a couple of new tricks, and hopefully someone's got some insights on this. But as always, when you're playing Minecraft, you've got to go boomer or you got to go home. We'll see you later.